Hmm. Oh, I really want y'all to leave us alone. We're tired. Oh, the 92% are tired. Hello. Welcome to another episode of Delightfully Chaotic. I'm your host, Tamara. um, I just thought that was so funny. I saw it a few days ago on YouTube. Just a compilation of different white women who were just like, "We're so sorry, black women. We're so sorry we let you down. Leave us alone. We're tired. Trust black women. What a revelation. How come no one else thought of that until now? Fuck y'all." Anywho, hello again. Welcome to Delightfully Chaotic. I'm your host, Tamara. Just wanted to play that. I thought it was so funny. It tickled my spirit, y'all. Y'all are so annoying. Like, so annoying. Of course, trust black women. What the fuck are you talking about? We are literally the blueprint. But I digress. Hello, hello, hello. This is my third time saying welcome to the second episode of Delightfully Chaotic. Um, it's Monday. I'm feeling pretty good. It's kind of exciting recording my second episode. I kind of hesitated on posting that snippet because I'm still trying to like read up on the fair use thing with podcasts, but honestly, nobody's listening to this shit. This is literally the second episode, so I think I'll be fine. Oh, but that was just so funny. But yeah, I'm feeling good. My weekend was really good. I've kind of been doing this thing where instead of buying over processed foods from the store, like I love bagels, right? So instead of buying bagels, I said, you know what? I'm gonna just make my own bagels. So I made bagels this weekend. I had made them previously, maybe a couple weeks ago. I made like everything bagels, and then this weekend, this past Saturday, I made bagels with cheddar cheese on top with like scallions and I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but um, I don't know. It's just kind of like a way for me to kind of like take my mind off of things. It's kind of relaxing. I'm getting the hang of it. Even though it seems simple enough, I always kind of sucked at like making dough and waiting for it to rise and, cure or whatever. And I've been making pizzas, baby. I've been doing it up. So basically, long story short, I'm a baker. I bake the things. I also made stuffed shells this weekend. I'm not a cooking girly, but I'm trying. I am trying. And it was great. I gave some to my parents. My mom liked it. Um, so yeah, my Sunday was pretty good. Saturday was good. Sunday, okay. I don't like going anywhere on Sundays. I really don't. If I can help it, I like to be home all day. But for some reason, I can never just like stay home, wake up on a Sunday morning, watch TV from sun up to sundown, get high, eat my favorite snacks. I can never just do that. I always have to go to the store because I forgot something and go grocery shopping and do this and do that. And so this past Sunday was no different. Hopefully I can try again next Sunday and just be in the house all day. That's my goal. But anyways, thank you for joining me. Let's get on to this hot mess, y'all. Let's just go ahead and do it. I saw this a couple weeks ago, y'all, and it was reminiscent of 50 Cent's album cover, like his debut album cover, where he had like the G Unit wife beater on and it was like raised up. It was like bullet holes or something. This nigga, Tory Lanez, apparently has a new album, and it's called Peterson. So original. Peterson is his legal last name. This is article, I believe it was on, shit, I don't know. I think it's CBC. I don't know what the hell that is. But basically, he announced that he planned to record and release an album from prison in the span of 3 weeks. And lo and behold, we have Peterson, his first release since 2022. Um, I just can't. If you are able to find a picture of the cover, he looks like super swole. It almost looks comical because he's a short dude, right? So he has this weird head, and then he has like this buff kind of chiseled body, but it's not like sexy or cute in any way, shape, or form. It's really not. I'm not even just hating just to hate. It looks really weird. Tattoos all over his body. Like, I don't know if those are real tattoos or if it was photoshopped. I don't even know how he was able to. Well, he's in prison, so I can't expect too much as far as like the quality of the album cover. It looks completely unhinged and ridiculous. But apparently in the on the album he has a song where he's talking about Meg. I don't know why he can't just leave her name out of his mouth. He's really acting like he didn't shoot that girl. But he's basically talking about how Meg and it says his lawyer, but I don't know if that doesn't make any sense. Meg and her lawyer, or his lawyer, they were accused of putting him working together to put him in jail. Something to that effect. Just leave us alone, please. He's blaming her for conspiring to put him in jail. What are we doing? Where were you these past few years? Did you or did you not shoot? You shot the girl. You shot her. You put yourself in jail, you idiot. Crystal from the Reed said, I do not want to listen to your jailhouse rock. I hollered when she said that shit. I was cackling just like her ass. I hollered. Jailhouse rock. Come on. And apparently Chris Brown fronted the money to make the album. How is he able to make an album in jail? Now I'm not gonna hold you. In the past, I really liked his music. Like I bumped to it. Like I liked Tory Lanez's music. His mixtapes were really good. I don't know. Even every once in a blue moon, I'll catch myself kind of like, you know, keeping it on if it comes up on Pandora or something. But then I have to remember that he's a lame, and then I have to like cut it off or skip it. But come on, Tori, you got 10-year bid, 10 years, 10 years, and you were already in jail for like what, 2 years already? And the best you could come up with is Peterson. God bless it. I don't understand the psyche of a lot of these men. I don't understand how their minds work. Like the gaslighting. Girl didn't even press charges on you. She actually was trying to keep you from going to jail or keep you from being harmed. Like all of us know the ins and outs of this case. I know more than I would like to know, honestly. At the end of the day, you committed a crime. And you're paying for that crime. If you're gonna make an album, make the fucking album. You don't have to talk about anybody in the process. Like, what are you doing? And for all y'all talking about free Tory, put money on his books, like she said. Call him every once in a while. See how he's doing. Since you care so freaking much. Ciao. So, oh yeah, he was sentenced in 2023 to 10 years in prison for shooting. For one, how is it possible to produce and release an album of this quality from behind bars? Huh. And the article is also stating, is this signaling that he's angling for a pardon from President Trump? That nigga don't even know who you are. Like, honestly, really and truly, he has no idea who you are. Oh, well. Sorry to that, man. I just thought that was funny. If you... I was strolling and I just saw it again, the picture. He looks... There's something wrong. I don't know. He just looks weird in this picture. And I'm not going to listen to this shit. I'll just keep my fondness for his old shit, and I don't really even play that anymore. Like I said, I'll probably listen to it if it comes on Pandora or something. I just thought that was funny. But boo to you. What an idiot. Another rapper, well, I guess he's kind of veering away from the title of rapper. He's more like a mogul, Jay-Z. The sexual assault case that he was named as being accused of being one of the persons in the room while a then 13-year-old girl was being raped by Puffy. She stated that Jay-Z was in the room along with a female singer or something at the time. I don't know. Basically, she lied. She lied, y'all. Now, I'm not going to lie. In the beginning, I really did I believed her. Because it's Jay-Z, he's a rapper, who knows what he was capable of doing years and years and years ago. I don't put anything past, men in that industry. Sure, you can grow and learn or whatever, but when I heard it, I was like, okay, yeah, he probably did it. I didn't even think twice about it. I didn't say, no, not Jay-Z. I was like, yeah, that nigga probably did that shit. But as the story developed and it became more known that she was lying. She was saying that she talked to specific people and they were like, I was never there. I think she mentioned that there was a Jumbotron outside of the award show and MTV or Viacom or whatever was like, that year there was no Jumbotron. So it started to be more and more clear that she was lying. On top of that, her daddy was like, I don't know what the hell she talking about because I would have remembered something like that. I want to say I feel for her. I think I remember hearing or reading in an article somewhere when it first came out that she had some kind of mental disability or something to that effect. I'm trying to choose my words wisely. And if that's the case, I do feel for her because it seems like she doesn't really have someone in her corner to like advocate for her, and it seems like she's being pulled in this direction, that direction. At the end of the day, she lied on somebody, and that's a huge fucking thing to lie about. It's a very dangerous thing to lie about, and I I don't think that all of that being said, I don't think that she should go unscathed, or I don't think that she should go get away with this. There needs to be some kind of retribution, some kind of something. Um, Even if it's just like releasing her name. But then again, people are stupid and weird and dangerous, so she could probably get doxxed or whatever. Her address can probably be leaked. What she did was insanely stupid and horrible and again dangerous. That man could have really faced serious charges and he could have been removed from his family because of that, and lost money and lost partnerships. So it was a really damaging thing that she did. And again, I don't know if the rumor about her being mentally disabled in some kind of way is true or not, but I don't know. I just hope that if that's the case, she finds the help that she needs. Overall, somebody needs to pay for this because it can't. Especially the lawyer. I believe that Jay-Z is planning on suing the lawyer, Tony Busby. ABC News reports Jane Doe is in audio admitting that lawyer pushed her to sue and name Jay-Z as one of the persons there at the time of her assault. And then she later recants that admission and blames the investigators for intimidating her into basically saying what they wanted her to say. So it's like you got caught on audio admitting that you lied. And then when you realize you got caught on audio admitting that you lied and you go back. So it's like, child, she needs to face some kind of penalty or punishment. And as a woman, I always kind of try to believe the women or to believe the victims, but that's kind of dangerous too. Like you can't always believe. I don't want to say that I believe all women because even though that sounds problematic, there are lots of times and there's lots of women who just lie for the sake of lying, or lie to get back at someone, or lie to get some kind of monetary gain. And so we can't say believe all women. I think that that's absurd. But I do believe people who report that they've been victimized. I believe victims. So I'll just leave it at that. Men, women, whatever. I believe victims. Um, I can't say that I believe all women, because clearly people lie and people are shitty. Men, women, whatever. Dogs, cats, whatever. But yeah, this is just, it's interesting to see where it's going to go. I really do believe that the lawyer, Tony Busby, he should be removed from the bar. His license should be revoked or whatever, however they do that. Basically, he knew better. Well, apparently he didn't. Shit, he gonna feel it though. He gonna feel it. But then he talking about she lying. He's talking about he's calling Jane Doe a liar. So of course somebody lying. She's saying that he pushed her to name Jay-Z. He's saying that that's a lie. Somebody lying. At the end of the day, you're getting sued, and this young lady, she needs to be reprimanded. There has to be some kind of penalty for what she's done, because you can ruin someone's life doing shit like that. So I don't know. She said she felt intimidated and terrified at being confronted on her doorstep, and that the investigators knew her name and address. But you sat down with them. They didn't make you sit down with them. You sat down with them and you told them, you know, the truth. So why, like, something just doesn't seem right. Something doesn't seem right, but I don't know. I guess in time we'll see. I am glad and kind of relieved that he didn't do it. Not because I give a shit about Jay-Z, because I kind of don't, but um, just thinking about his kids, especially Blue Ivy, who's literally the same age as the victim allegedly was at that time. If it did come out that he did do this, just thinking about how damaging that would be to his daughter and his relationship with his daughter, and just how she would feel about that. Like, I know me, I don't know if I would be able to look at my dad the same. I mean, I think that's a given. Anybody with any kind of like decency about them, or even just a young child, is going to be confused and hurt. And like, you actually would do that to someone who looks like me, who is the same age as me? Like, that's but yeah, I'm glad that it came out that he did not do that. He was able to prove himself innocent. And yeah, he wasn't even, I don't even think he was nowhere in that. I don't think he was at that party at the time or some shit like that. I'm such a great podcaster. I'm just skimming through these fucking articles. I don't like to read. I don't like to read. I'm not a journalist, so hello, this is only my second episode. I'm drinking wine. Red wine. Just trying to relax. I had a hell of a day. Um I work stress is a thing, and I'm trying so hard not to let this job stress me out to the point where I am becoming physically ill. So I look forward to the end of the day just to unwind and try to forget as much about the day as I can. Then I gotta wake up and do this shit all over again. Like, oh my God, what is life? What is actual life? Ciao. But yeah, anyway, congrats to Jay-Z. I'm happy that it worked out. I guess in his favor, and it's unfortunate that people can just so easily just lie like that. And if there are one or two, you know, pieces of evidence that kind of fit the little puzzle, even if it still remained that he didn't do it, and it looks like he did it, he could probably be arrested and like in jail for something he didn't do. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm drinking wine. This might be a quick little episode because I'm breezing through these little topics, honey. I had a good little kiki the other day. Again, I don't really go on Instagram and stuff like that, but I did go when I was looking for topics for like the first episode. Is when I saw this article. It's not even an article, it's a Shade Room post. So it's literally like a Shade Room interview with the I think the owner, the CEO of Shade Room. I forgot her name, but she was interviewing Young Miami. This is the caption. The Shade Room. Whenever you hear the term "it girl," quote unquote, and then it tags Young Miami 305, Young Miami is part of that conversation. On the all new episode of Stepping into the Shade Room, etc., etc. So basically, she's in an interview with the CEO, the owner of Shade Room, and she's sharing how being authentic has helped her win, how she feels about paving the way for some of hip hop's new girlies, and what it's like to be a trendsetter that doesn't always get the credit that she is due. I'm confused, and I want to know, what way did she pave and where is it going? What happened and who shall forth? I'm confused. Flued out. Is that the trend we're talking about? Flued out. My man, my man, my man. The opulence, the acting as if, or talking as if you never understood or knew how to speak the English language. I love me some Ebonics. I love Ebonics. I love my Black people. I even talk, with a little twang in me. I act like I don't know how to speak either. But girl, that's not a trend. That's not a flex. You haven't paved the way for anything. You have not. I think she's a cute girl. She's a beautiful girl. And that money will glow you up every single time. With me, I actually liked Careasha. I really did. I really did fuck with Careasha. As far as like, there was an appeal there for me to about her. There really was. But trendsetter is a strong word. It really, really is. Because I don't understand. I don't see how that correlates. Um, she's not doing any music anymore. Thank the God. Thank God. I really feel like when JT was in jail in the beginning of their career, she was probably like, bitch, hurry up and get out of this. Because I'm pretty sure she didn't want to be out there up front by herself. Who would, right? It's terrifying. You're a new group. Your group mate, your bandmate is in jail for however long. There was a lot of pressure on her to like show up, show out, and just do what she had to do. And I guess she did it, but like, she doesn't have, from what I can see, any real talent. She doesn't know how to ride the beat at all. I guess that's like a new thing. I guess that's what the kids are doing. Enter Sexy Red. I don't get it. She's a pretty girl. She's a pretty girl. She's made a way for herself, and I'm never gonna like talk down on that. If you can make a way out of the hood and make a way for yourself and take care of your family and especially your parents, that's always been a goal of mine, is to be able to take care of my parents, like full stop. Like on some real shit. Like, I commend you for that, but let's not sit down and have like serious interviews and talk about trend setting. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. They were eating her ass up in these comments too. They were like, "Oh, that's a stretch," and it is. Like, girl, you're not a trendsetter by any means. And it's really sad these days that it's so easy, it seems, to be famous for nothing. Like, and it's something that we've been talking about since Kim K, right? Like, you're just famous for the sake of being famous. And there's real people out there with real talent that are overlooked because they don't have the money, the resources, the connections, or maybe the look, the aesthetic that someone else might have that is able to get more of an opportunity. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I just think it's unfair. Um, but girl, do you, girl? I'm trying to get into these comments. Hold on, because they was they was letting her have it. Paving the way is a strong statement. What the fuck is a personality rapper? Yes. Okay, so there was a quote in the article where she was quoted as being a personality rapper. What is that? Why are we making up shit? Why are we making up stuff? Come on. Personality right? Yes. She's definitely given us a lot of lingo. I'll give her that. Per Yeah, this was a waste of time. I'm really surprised that the person I don't know if that's I don't know who this young lady is. I think she is the owner of the Shade Room. I don't know. Don't get me the line. She has like the gray braids she always wears. I think that's who it is. But what did she say? She woke up one day. She said, "I'm gonna interview Young Miami. Yeah, that'd be a great idea. I'm gonna brush my teeth. What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? Pretty girl though. Speaking of which, JT is showing out. I love going to her Instagram page and just like scrolling through all her pictures. JT is stunning and she was showing out. She, to me, is the real talent of the group. I don't really see her doing as much music as she was in the beginning. I don't know if she has an album out or whatever. I know that she is, and I'm not a fashion girly, but I can appreciate. Like, I don't know how to put it on yet. Like, I just don't have the patience to be playing around with different pieces of clothes and shit. Like, I'm very like super low maintenance when it comes to that shit because I just don't have the patience. But I know how to appreciate when I see somebody putting that shit on. And she's been putting it on, the makeup, the couture, the gowns. She was in Paris and just like hobnobbing with like high fashion design houses and just like living her life, and she just seems so much more cultured and just I think she's friends with Solange now. I'm just like, yes, JT, like I love that for her. She's so gorgeous to me. She is serving. Her Instagram is so fun. It's so fun to look at. It's just she just like she's having a ball. She's still with Uzi, bless it. But yeah. Yeah, she's jet setting, meeting with designers. I love it. I stand me some JT. I don't know if she has any music out though, but I liked her stuff. I did. I always thought that she was the more talented one. It's pretty obvious um, between the two of them that she was the more talented one. And I ain't gonna lie though, if I was Young Miami, I would like if I was her, I get it. You know what I mean? You got a chance to get out the hood. You got a friend that that knows how to rap, and she's kind of like holding her hand down and lifting you up and like bringing you out like I get it. But let's just if we're gonna do that, let's just stay in the background. Let's not do interviews. Let's not allow people to call us trendsetters and like personality rappers. Personality rapper. That's what they called her in the article. Young Miami. Personality rapper. Girl, when she be talking, I just be like, what? And maybe that's the auntie in me. I just like, I don't understand. Her daughter is gorgeous. Both of her kids are so, so, so beautiful. But her daughter is just so cute. I will say that. She has some pretty kids. Okay, Young Miami. Careasha, please, y'all. So apparently, apparently March 10th was Harriet Tubman Day. When did this happen? When was Harriet Tubman Day like a thing? I don't- So based on the Grio.com, March 10th was Harriet Tubman Day. And it was also National Day of Rest for Black women. Ain't nobody tell me. Ain't nobody tell me. March 10th was a Monday. I was surely the fuck working, and I was probably stressed out of my mind on March 10th. Probably cried a little bit on March 10th. Definitely didn't rest on March 10th. I had no idea this was a thing, like at all. In the griot, I'm quoting the griot. On this day, we celebrate Harriet Tubman Day, officially recognized by the U.S. government in 1990. What? You lying. As well as the National Black Day of Rest, a movement advocating for Black women to reclaim their time, energy, and well-being. The National Day of Black Rest for Women is about reclaiming time, energy, and peace. It's a day to do whatever fuels you, whether it's sleeping in, saying no without guilt, or simply existing without the pressure to perform. Because real liberation means women don't have to burn themselves out to prove their worth. I love that. I love that. I wish somebody would have told me. I was surely the fuck stressed out on March 10th. Why nobody ain't tell me? I ain't been on Instagram. Maybe that's why. I didn't know that was a thing. I'm gonna show no for next year. I'm gonna take the day off. Come on, Harriet Tubman Day. We all know who Harriet Tubman is, so I don't need to go into that. What happened to her $20 bill she was supposed to have? This government ain't shit. She's supposed to have a $20 bill. I feel like this Trump nigga gonna have his own bill before it's all said and done. Mm-hmm. Harriet Tubman's life was a testament to relentless labor and sacrifice. Born into enslavement as Araminta Ross in 1822, the woman we know as Harriet Tubman escaped in 1849. She didn't stop there. She went on to guide over 300 enslaved. I didn't know it was that many people. Oh, wow. Including her parents, to freedom through the Underground Railroad. We hear about this and we learn about it in school, but and even as I'm reading the article right now, it just seems so far. I don't want to say far-fetched, but I know it happened. There's literally, you can still go and see the Underground Railroad in certain places that, you can still see it. There's still remains of this. It's historical landmarks. Like, it's something that actually happened, but it's like I can't wrap my head around it. Just like with dinosaurs and shit. Like, dinosaurs were actually on this earth, and we have the fossils to prove it. But like, could you imagine a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex or some shit just walking around outside the fucking door? You can't. But it happened. It really happened. We have the evidence to prove it. And we all know that slavery happened. We all know that Harriet Tubman was a person who just did this amazing thing. But I still, for some reason, can't fully wrap my head around it being something that actually happened. I know that sounds completely insane, because as I'm speaking, I hear how stupid it sounds. But my God. Ain't nobody tell me, is all I'm saying. Ain't nobody tell me about March 10th. I'm going to put it on my calendar for next year. Mm-hmm. Harriet, mm-hmm. This March 10th, let us remember Harriet ran so we could rest. And that rest is just as revolutionary. I do believe in that. I do believe that rest is revolutionary, especially for Black women. And I find myself not being able to rest as much as I would like to. I just said, in the beginning of the podcast, that I always have the intention on completely resting on Sundays. And even when I am able to just lounge around all day, a part of me kind of feels guilty about it. I don't know why. And I think it's just this country and just the work ethic, the toxic work ethic that has been imposed on us, like, especially Black women. Like, you know, as Black people and Black women, we do have to work 2, 3, 4 times harder to get half of what, white people have. And I'm pretty much an average nigga. Like I do what I can. I know it's a lot of amazing Black women out here who are really doing way more than me. And I'm tired. So I know y'all tired. Y'all overachievers. I commend y'all. I do the bare fucking minimum nowadays. And I'm still tired. I'm still tired. So I can only imagine how, you amazing, high functioning, like super smart, intelligent, super like what type A, like I can only imagine how tired y'all asses are, because I'm tired. I don't even really be doing shit. But next Sunday, for real, I'm gonna completely I might even turn my phone off. But I get nervous to turn my phone off because I'm really close with my family, and I just have my anxiety won't let me completely turn my phone off or go on Do Not Disturb, because that'll be the moment that there's an emergency. So I probably won't turn my phone off, but I'll definitely just make it a point to not make bagels, or you know what I mean, like do anything. I'll probably order takeout, just a really chill, relaxed Sunday. That is my goal for this Sunday coming up. No, nothing except TV, weed, snacks, or not even TV, just going out on my patio and just like sitting there and just trying to meditate, because I suck at meditating. Like just being intentional with my day and just being intentional with resting, not just my body, but like my mind. It's a lot. Anyway, girl, happy belated Harriet Tubman Day. Okay, that was a thing. Ciao, yes. There's sirens outside if you hear it. So I wanted to highlight, I thought it was so super cute. I want to have a segment for, dope ass Black women of color that make, amazing accomplishments. Like I said, y'all out here really doing it. I'm just sitting back observing. Like, go girl. So that's the name of the segment. You go girl. Good Morning America posted on their YouTube recently, Clemson gymnast Bree Clark, young Black girl, I think she's 19. She made history. She became the first NCAA gymnast to land one of Olympic legend Simone Biles' signature moves. The move is called the Biles One, which is a double layout with a half twist, landing blind. So she landed it perfectly. Her teammates were really super excited for her. It was just a really cute moment. I was like, oh, I want to talk about that on the podcast. So cute. Simone Biles even shouted her out, I think on Twitter, on her social media. And it was just really cute to see her reacting to seeing Simone shouting her out. I was like, okay. I love to see that. The Biles One. You got to be a bad nigga to have a whole move. And I think there's more than one move that's named after her, because it's so advanced that I think they banned it from certain competitions or something. I don't something like that. But like this girl, she was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Thanks. Give me my trophies. Thanks, girl. I love that. So yeah, that's the You Go Girl segment. Bree Clark. I didn't really want to talk about the hazing thing. Mainly because I'm not in the D9 at all. I considered pledging Delta because I'm such an idiot. I considered pledging Delta because in high school and college, I was a big follower. Like I followed people like, oh, someone's playing basketball. I'm gonna play basketball. I didn't know how to fucking play basketball. I look like a fucking idiot out there. I looked like a complete daggone fool. And then in college, I had a friend who wanted to pledge Delta, and I was like, oh, I want to do that too. Sure. And then I started hearing the stories about hazing and how they were treating the girls. I think there were stories about how they were making girls sleep with each other, or they'll call you at like 3 o'clock in the morning and say, "Hey, bitch, I need a stick of gum, just one stick of gum, and I need it in 30 minutes." Like they would do. I don't have the temperament or the tolerance for shit like that. I don't care what the rewards might be, and I don't care about probate. I don't care about any of that shit. Now, will I sit there and watch a probate show? You goddamn right. I love that. I went to FAMU, so I was all about the probate show. I was like, "Oh, you going to probate? All right, I'll see you there. Save me a seat." I love watching the step shows and all of that, and it was just being on a Black college campus, um, early 2000s. I started freshman year 2001 at FAM. It was amazing. It was great. It was just like, starry eyed. My first year and a half, 2 years was just like, okay, this is, and then junior and senior, I was like, get me the fuck out of here. But I was like, yeah, I probably won't be pledging anything. I'm not, I don't have that kind of personality. I've never been the girly that's like, oh, yeah, an organization, weekly, monthly dues, being obligated to be around a shitload of people every week, like, money and having to pay things. And if I don't feel like doing something, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not that person. I remember my mom used to make me and my sister like be active and involved in different activities. Like she literally forced us to be in the Girl Scouts and cheerleading. We hated it. We were I think I was a Pop Warner cheerleader for 2 years. You know, Pop Warner, you cheering and playing football and cheering in the dead of, the dead of heat of summer on a Saturday. Um, I hated it. We went to the Boys and Girls Club, me and my sister, and so one day after we heard that our mom was there to pick us up, so we went to get ready to go, and we were like, well, where is she at? This heifer was behind the building where they practiced for, the cheerleading practices took place, behind the building, and she was signing us up for another year of cheerleading. When I tell you, I literally cried, like actual tears. I just never been that kind of person that was really into like organizations and being a part of something. Like I always had this aversion to it. Is that the right word? I always had this like, ugh. And that might have been to my detriment, because being a part of these organizations, it does seem to have a lot of weight in the Black community, especially when it comes to opportunities and, rubbing elbows, and it's who you know and getting jobs. And that's sad that you have to, that's sad that you have to have that. You don't have to, but it really does help to have that extra edge, like, oh, I'm Delta, oh, to have on your resume. And then the person who's interviewing is also Delta. You could be shit at the job. Oh, you Delta, yeah, girl. That kind of sucks. But I'm rambling. At the end of the day, this young man was killed senselessly. And I just feel like, and that's why I really didn't want to talk about this, because again, I'm not a part of the D9 and I don't really know the ins and outs. I don't know at all the ins and outs of the organization. I know what I hear. I know what I see. I know that if you go on YouTube right now and you type in D9 or something to that effect, you're going to see a lot of videos of people denouncing it, of ex-members that were like, yeah, it's a cult, or yeah, I can't fuck with it anymore. But on the other hand, you have people who have amazing experiences and lifelong friendships and bonds. So it's like there's two sides of the coin. You don't really know which is which. At any rate, hazing should never be a thing. But it's literally been a thing for years and years and years and years and years. And it came from somewhere. I don't know who the first nigga was to haze, but it wasn't in 1992. I'm sure it happened way before that shit. And it's a tradition that's what we see now. It can be deadly. And this young man, he looked like he was maybe like a medium build. He didn't seem like a big guy. you're punching someone in the chest repeatedly. Do you understand that at some point something detrimental or dangerous could happen to that person? And then you have these rockheads who have this power trip kind of shit going on, and they do too much or go over the line, and this is looks like what happened. They Since the story first came out, there have been 3 arrests. I believe one of the arrests is the person who actually the caused Caleb oh no, his name, one of the arrests caused the student to die. Caleb Wilson, that was his name. Oh, it's 2 Calebs, baby. Read the things. See, this is why I can't handle podcasts. I don't even read all this shit. So Caleb McCrae is a former Southern University student and member of Omega Psi Phi fraternity. He turned himself in to the police last Thursday. This is Essence.com. He's facing manslaughter and criminal hazing charges. His bond was set to 100,000 to 75,000 for manslaughter and 25,000 for hazing. And he made bond and he was released from jail after making bond. So he was the second suspect that was arrested. Kyle Thurman was taken into custody as the first person, and then as Isaiah Smith is still out there. I guess they're still looking for him. So I guess they're talking, child. Like, it wasn't just me, man. How could you do that? Now you're going to jail for probably not the rest of your life. I'm sure they'll get out before they're so young. How could you do that? How could you really think that you could sit there and hit someone in the chest repeatedly and nothing really happened? I mean, I'm sure maybe this would be considered a freak accident, but like, why even chance that? You're dealing with someone's son, someone's nephew, someone's brother, like, and now they're gone. And he was such a cute young man. He died on February 27th while pledging. Oh my God! And he was probably legacy, and if he was probably legacy. His family is probably crushed. Even if he wasn't legacy, it's just the fact that you send your you have kids, right? And this is one of the reasons why I don't give a shit about having no children. You have kids, you raise them, you get them out of the house. You get them to the point where they're able to go out on their own, and they're going to college, and they're living their dreams and living your dreams. You're so super proud of them. And then the first, second year in college, they're murdered for something like this. Or murdered. Being murdered is never, there's no reason for being, but like, I could only imagine how his family feels and his parents. He was only 20 years old. God bless it. It just has to stop. Again, I went to FAMU, and my freshman year, I think it was my freshman year or sophomore year, the Kappas got put off the yard for hazing. I think someone died. Is it while I was there, after I graduated? No, they were off yard pretty much the whole time I was there. They got back on yard like my senior year or something, and then someone died. Something like that. The band was hazing like crazy. There was I don't think anybody died while I was there in the band, but years after I graduated, there was I think reports of someone dying during hazing. What are y'all doing? Like, what are y'all trying to prove? Like, I don't understand. And you can say tradition all day, but this is dangerous. Like, and I don't want to victim blame at all. I'm not victim blaming. But it's like, I don't know. If you're someone who is determined to pledge any one of these organizations, just use your discernment and use your, listen to your instincts and just be safe. If something doesn't feel right, it's okay to just, okay, I'll sit this out. I don't know what the procedure is for just changing your mind. If they haze you out of that, if they have to like jump you out like a gang or something. I don't know. But just like be safe and just use your discernment. That's all I'm asking. Because this is just sad all around. And I just pray for his family. I wouldn't even know how I would feel. Hmm. So rest in peace to Caleb Wilson. Okay, I've been talking for a little bit. Again, I'm parched. Well, I was going to talk about Journey Smollett and her ex-husband demands half of her retirement savings years after divorce. Ugh. Men. I again, I like to watch. I don't know if I said this is the first episode. I like to watch YouTube, and I like to watch like the short little videos of people who are quote unquote reacting when all they're really doing is sitting there like showing themselves watching video compilations. I mean, I could do that shit. I probably should do it. But anyway, I like to watch the video compilations of different things from TikTok on YouTube. It's an actual thing. I think I said that last time. And so I think there was something about black men and women or whatever, and somebody said in the one of the stitches of the reactions that black men are the white people of straight black men are the white people of black people. And when you think about it, it makes so much sense. Straight black men are the white people of black people. Oh my God, y'all are too much. It's just too much. But yeah, I might talk about that next week. I'm tired and my back is killing me. I have a really bad back pain. I'm so old. Oh no, I want to talk about this too. Will Smith announces first album in over 20 years based on a true story. I think I heard a snippet of one of his new song. He must be bored. I love me some Will Smith. And when he slapped that nigga, I said, hoorah. I surely did. I didn't give no kind of fucks about it. But we don't need this. We don't need this, Will. Nobody asked for it. I know you're probably bored out of your mind with all that money. But we don't need a baby Bob. Apparently, okay, the award-winning actor, okay, I was finna say he ain't win no awards for no music. It had to be for like his acting. The award-winning actor and musician's 14-track project is set for release on March 28th. It's called Based on a True Story. First album in over 20 years. I think his last album was the one that had Welcome to Miami on it or something. Don't get me to lie, I am not looking it up. And this is Essence as well. After more than 2 decades, Grammy winning. Girl, he won a Grammy. For what? Mm-mm. Who wrote this? After more than 2 decades, Grammy winning artist, actor, and entertainment icon Will Smith is returning to music with his long awaited album. Whom is waiting for it? And how long have they been waiting? No. Based on a true story, set for release on March 28th. The 14-track project marks Smith's first full-length album since 2005's Lost and Found and features an impressive lineup of collaborators, including longtime creative partner DJ Jazzy Jeff, as well as Tiana Taylor and Jack Ross. Smith, okay. I love me some Will Smith, though. You can't tell me nothing about Will Smith. But I won't be listening to that. Mm-mm. Okay, they have a track list here. I don't know. I always kind of cringe when I hear him rapping because he never curses, and it's like I know I said in the first episode that or the trailer that I wasn't gonna curse this much, but I forgot just that quickly as soon as it came out my fucking mouth. It's just like who wants to listen to rap music where you're not like I don't know. I hate to say it, cursing like. that's the whole that's the whole allure of like hip hop. It's like you hip hop. I think hip hop started with like the battles. Like what was it called? What was that thing called where people would talk about each other's mamas? I think it was some name to it, and I think that's how hip hop started, or like rap battling started. Again, don't get me lying because I ain't finna look nothing up, but and it's like you want to like embarrass your opponent, and you can't do that when you just like a Christian rapper. Like nobody wants to hear that shit. Nobody. Oh, it might be the Combs twins are runway ready for Miami Swim Week. Oh, that's from 2023. Let me go ahead and log off. It's been fun. So I talked my shit for today. There was some other things I wanted to talk about, but I think my rant will end here. Yeah, episode 2 is in the books. I'm finna finish this wine and just, enjoy the rest of my night. And thank you for joining me for episode 2 of Delightfully Chaotic. I'll talk to you next week. Bye. I need to